Hey, greetings once again. Brian, Stonzo5785, come to you from my beloved nondescript city here in the southwestern part of the United States. This is an answer to Flawless, or 1986 Flawless, in an attempt to rebut my video on Trinity and tawheed. My original video provided philosophical ground for a lack of faith in the concept of a simple unity of God. You didn't touch the philosophy. You provided a moralistic tome, and you used some misinformation in there too, just enough misinformation to make your side sound plausible enough. Let's start at the beginning. Plural of respect, or the plural of majesty, that is a construct that wasn't used until the 4th century in Byzantine writings. Queen Victoria used it in the sense where she was speaking for other people. In the first sentence of Genesis, God was creating, so there weren't other beings. There was only God. And God used Elohim, a plural, complex plural, more than one, more than two, three or more. As he later revealed, it is three. God revealed to us that he is a plural, he is a being with a plural unity. It's simple. The only way that a Muslim can come against that, a Muslim, any of the other Unitarian, even Oneness Pentecostals that are Christian in name, but completely ignore the teachings of the Bible. Genesis 18 has Abraham entertaining three men, and he refers to them as Lord, as God. Three men. There's our first, I speak about theophanies in the first video, in my video. There's the first mention of the three, of the plural nature of the living God, the single God. Trinitarian doctrine is a lot simpler than people would want it to be. You later mention three equal gods. No. Three persons, one God, one being who is God. Three persons, one God. When he made us in his likeness, image and likeness, as is in Genesis, the 1st chapter, 26th verse, he mentions that we are going to equally have this complex unity. We'll be chemical, mechanical, and electrical. We'll be fathers, sons, and brothers. We'll be mothers, wives, and daughters. We are complex, and God created us in that image. And only man. Let us create man in our image and likeness. Okay? There's the analogy. I think that's pretty pat. I'm still at a loss of how you thought you refuted that, but you really didn't. Let's move on. To say that Allah is a simple unity doesn't imply that I believe that your concept of God is simplistic or simple. I'm not saying that God is simple at all. You got that confused. His structure, according to Muslim theology, is a simple unity. One. Allah is one. Allah is one. I thought I was pretty clear in communicating that. If you need to muddle my words to create the confusion and then come in and solve it, that's called creating a straw man, which you do quite a bit in your video. Let's move on. You mentioned Sharia law only existing in Saudi Arabia. You forgot Pakistan, you forgot Afghanistan, you forgot Iran, you forgot Yemen. All of these other countries are Muslim. They're more than Muslim majority countries. They're actual Islamic states. So, Sharia is practiced there. They don't use law per se. They use fiqh. Fiqh is an Islamic concept of law, and that's what we call Sharia. I'm probably being imprecise with that. If I am, correct me. But that's the way it comes down to me. And I also see these countries killing charitable workers who work within their borders, who try to help them. I don't see that in the United States or in Britain. You use the example of wives, where in the United States you can be put in jail for having more than one wife. Of course, that's called bigamy or polygamy. It's not healthy for the woman. I have friends who are Mormon, and many of them have come from polygamous backgrounds, and the women need years and years of therapy and help and support to get out from that way of thinking about themselves. A woman deserves a man, and a man deserves a woman. This is my opinion. To try and use that as an example of corruption means that you don't know what the word corruption means. Plain and simple. Finally, toward the end of the video, you get very preachy, and you said something which frankly offends me. You stated that Christians don't think for themselves. Is that right? That's interesting. It's an interesting statement coming from someone who, first of all, didn't go after any of the philosophical concepts. You know, if you're thinking for yourself, all that you really did was spew Islamic polemicism. You spewed propaganda given to you by somebody else. You let somebody else do your thinking for you. And you call that free thinking? I'm kind of wondering here, man. Honestly. Don't take my word. Listen to your own video again, and you'll hear it. You provided no information that you provided opinion to refute my fact. You provided no information that would further clarify your point. You provided no ground for a disagreement of the basic philosophical ground that I established in my video. I hate to say it, but you didn't correct me, and we'll continue to pray for you. Hope you don't mind my getting in your face about this, but man, you got to do a little better than that. My name is Brian. Come to you from my beloved nondescript city in the southwestern part of the United States, wishing you the peace, joy, and blessings of the risen Savior, God the Son, Jesus Christ.